guys, so I'm Amy and today we're going to be doing baklava cheesecake. So the star of the show is the phyllo dough bread. Now you can find this in your Middle Eastern or Mediterranean grocery store. It took me for a little while to find it the first time, so that's a good place to look. So Mediterranean or Middle Eastern grocery store. I'm going to be using cream cheese and ricotta cheese. So we'll see as I go what I'm gonna use because I've tried it in different recipes and I don't know which one is like the best. So we'll see how we're gonna do the combination. You'll need melted butter, walnuts and pistachios, the dried red roses for decoration, and some simple syrup. And I'll put the recipe for the simple syrup below. Okay, and I also highly recommend getting one of these silicone brushes. It just makes things so much easier. All right, so let's go to the next step. Hi guys, so our next step is to melt the butter. So I took the 2 sticks of butter and we melted it here. So we're gonna use this for the phyllo dough and for our walnuts and pistachios. So let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to add half a bag of these pistachios and half a bag of the walnuts, and then we'll see what we need. And let's just put a little bit of butter. And you can also add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of sugar, and then okay, so we're gonna marry the 2 walnuts, pistachios, and the butter together, and I'm gonna use a little bit of sugar and cinnamon, just like a tablespoon of sugar, and let's do half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, and let's do this. Okay, and this is the consistency that you want. Just like, you know, not too fine. You want to have a little bit of a crunch when you're biting into the baklava cheesecake. Okay, and let's go to the next step. Okay, the next step is we're going to start building our baklava base. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of butter in the bottom of the pan. And I recommend getting these kind of pans that the bottom will come off. So when you go to take your baklava cheesecake out, the bottom will hold this will hold the cheesecake together, but you don't have to like scoop it out of the pan. You can just take the pan off, and I'll show you at the end. So we're gonna start layering the phyllo bread, phyllo dough. And don't get frustrated if it starts falling apart. I mean, you know, it's worth it in the end, but it will fall apart a little bit. So don't get frustrated with that, okay? So be gentle and be ready to get messy, okay? So this is what you want to see. And then you're going to take your butter and then this, just brush the butter onto the phyllo dough, sorry. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep layering. And try to do like one sheet this way and one sheet that way so you can get all your edges covered. So this time I'm gonna cover these edges. And again, we're gonna put some butter. And then do another dough. This is kind of fun. Okay, so this time we're gonna go ahead and scoop out our married pistachios and walnuts and butter and cinnamon and sugar. Okay, so let me taste them. We're good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour this in. Okay, and this is what you're gonna look for. Try to make sure you cover the whole bottom part of this. Okay, and then we're gonna put a couple more sheets of the phyllo. And maybe put a little bit of butter in. Actually, we have butter, that's enough butter. Okay, so we're gonna put butter on top. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna go and do the cheesecake part. Okay, see you next slide. Hi guys, so now we're gonna start adding the cream cheese filling. Okay, so we're going to start with the ricotta cheese. And one cream cheese container. And the recipe says for this to be a little bit like room temperature, not too cold for the filling. And let's see if this is good enough or we need more. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar in this, maybe like 2 tablespoons. Let's do 2 tablespoons. Okay, and then a little bit of cinnamon. So we'll do almost a tablespoon of cinnamon. And what else are we gonna add here? Let's do 3 eggs. I don't know, I think I might end up doing another container of cream cheese, but we'll see. So we're gonna add 3 eggs to this. Guys like my egg cracking skills? One-handed. Okay. All right. And let's just add the second. I think we're gonna need a little bit more for this recipe. For this size baklava cheesecake. Let's do one more container of cream cheese. So the first time I had this was at a Middle Eastern fair last summer, and I was totally in love after the first bite. So I've been doing this now a few times, and I really enjoy making baklava cheesecake. Okay, and now let's mix it together. So, okay, we're about ready. So we're going to So I changed to this this piece instead of the other piece. It just wasn't mixing properly. So it's okay, you know, things happen. So it's okay to change things up to make it work. So, all right, now we're gonna put in the cream cheese filling. So this is the base. I'm gonna pour the cream cheese. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the edges off and then butter it and then bake it into the oven. Bake it in the oven, 350 degrees for an hour to an hour and a half. And you'll see once the cheesecake is baked, you'll see the top like little golden and firm. So this is what you're gonna get. Okay, so we're gonna butter the edges and just cut a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we're all set. We're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for an hour, hour and a half, and then we'll show you the end result after that, okay? Thanks. Okay, so this is the final result. It's a beautiful cheesecake, baklava cheesecake. So we're going to decorate this and then we're going to put it back in the refrigerator to chill for about 6 hours. And then after that, you can cut a piece off, okay? So this is the leftover of the pistachio and walnut and butter mixture, sugar and cinnamon. So we're just going to put a little bit on top. can take some of the little roses and just crumble it in a bowl. So you can get like a little pretty crumbled rose petals. So pretty. Definitely recommend getting the little rose petals. It just brightens up everything. And then we're gonna take our simple syrup and drizzle a little bit on top. So the rule is if you're doing, if it's warm cheesecake or warm baklava, it should be cold simple syrup, and vice versa. Okay, and let me show you guys the final result prior to chilling. So pretty. So this is gonna go in the fridge and we're gonna chill it for 6 hours, and then we'll take a slice off, take this thing off too, okay? Okay, so we have brought out our baklava cheesecake after it has chilled, and this is just gorgeous, guys. Just gorgeous. Okay, so now we are going to open this. So like I said before, get one of these pans where it will open and then you don't have to deal with the crumbled edges. So you see, now you got your nice crunchy edge, and we're just gonna place it in here and cut a slice. Yummy. Okay. Listen to that crunch. Okay. Look at this gorgeousness. All right, let's do a taste test. So we have a cream cheese and the baklava on the bottom, and the edge is baklava too. Okay. This is amazing. Even better than last time. It's just so nice and creamy, and the nutty crunch and the phyllo dough is just like perfect combination. I highly recommend you making this at home or your next event. Taking a nice cake, baklava cheesecake to your friend's house for a dinner party. Perfect. Mm. Thanks for watching, and if you have any recipes that you'd like to see me do, go ahead and comment below, or you can DM me. Okay?